Many consumers are still struggling to find and afford property insurance. Florida's insurance market was already in crisis before Hurricane Ian.
Yeah, now Florida lawmakers are gearing up for a second special session on property insurance this year. Investigator Louis Bolden is standing by with what one senator says needs to happen to fix the market.
Well, Matt, Senator Jeff Brandes says several things need to happen, and they need to happen quickly, including restructuring how attorney's fees are paid to try and cut down on what insurers call excessive litigation. Meantime, consumers are concerned about two things: keeping their coverage and lowering their rates.
Not at all. It was a total surprise to me.
Ginger Singer says when she got this non-renewal notice that she was being dropped by her insurer, she was completely caught off guard.
And for them to say why they were not renewing the policy just blew me away. I'm like, why? How can you do that?
According to the letter, the company is reducing hurricane exposure, something we are seeing more and more in the Sunshine State.
People need to be insured. They need to know that if something terrible happens, that they can recover financially and still have a home in which to live.
The list of insurers going out of business or leaving the state has gotten longer and longer over the past 2 years. In fact, the governor is calling for a special legislative session on property insurance later this year, the second of the year.
All these sessions, it's not rocket science.
It didn't get done in the regular session. Then there was already a special session. Now a second special session. How confident are you that anything will be accomplished?
Well, I think they're going to get things accomplished. The question is it enough?
Senator Jeff Brandes has been in the Florida legislature 12 years, but is not running again because of term limits.
The industry as a whole essentially has stage 4 terminal cancer right now.
Insurers claim excessive litigation, roofing schemes, and the cost of reinsurance have driven up prices. Brandes says the first thing the legislature should get rid of is one-way attorney's fees, where insurers pay consumers' attorney's fees after litigation.
70% of the dollars paid out by the insurance companies last year went to the trial bar. 20% went to their defense costs, and only 10% went to homeowners. There's something wrong with the math.
Then he says the legislature should allow insurers to provide actual cash value on roofs instead of full roof replacements. Finally, he says Citizens Insurance has to be addressed.
The government insurer of last resort has become a predatory competitor in the state of Florida. Their prices in the Tampa Bay market and Miami-Dade are 50% below the market price.
Brandes says Citizens has to increase rates to stabilize the market, but he also says he knows it will be a tough sell.
Understand how politically difficult it's going to be for the politicians in Tallahassee to raise Citizens rates to where they have to be. Understand, if you're 50% below the market, that means you have to raise rates 100% just to get back up to market price.
That's a tough sell. Citizens sometimes ends up less expensive than others because other insurers can request rate increases from the Office of Insurance Regulation of 10, 15, 20% per year if they choose. They still have to be approved. But Citizens cannot do that. Right now, Citizens, by statute, is only allowed to increase a certain percentage per year until they reach 15% in 2026 and beyond. And that's according to a Citizens spokesperson.
It is such a complicated issue, Louis. Obviously, we have a Republican legislature. Brandes is a Republican himself. Everything he seemed to mention is pro-insurance companies, not pro-consumer.
Listen, Matt, I can already hear the Democrats saying this is going to be an exact repeat of the last special session. Democrats overwhelmingly thought everything that was passed during the last special session was anti-consumer and pro-insurer. It is a Republican legislature, as Matt mentioned, so it could very well happen again. Brandes has a lot of influence, so we will have to see how it turns out.
All right, Louis Bolden, thank you.